you, only you, for me water.
Hey guys, how are you all? This is Rashida Malade Sule. I know a lot of times you say you see something in my glasses. Let me take it off so we can talk. This is Rashida Malade Sule, and once again, I'm extremely excited to be speaking to all of you today. I have a group called Married Let's Talk, and it's basically strictly for married women, and it's a place where we fellowship, we pray together, we eat, we celebrate wives, because a lot of times, you know, many wives are going through the most and they don't have anyone to basically encourage them. I'm going to eventually start a series that's called Etiquettes Before Marriage, because I tend to see that many things that we should have known before marriage, many women don't know. And, you know, we call a lot of things common sense, but to tell you the truth, just like they've always said it, common sense is not common. I've had a lot of amazing, strong women in my life, and I ask them questions, and I've done a lot of reading. I've listened to so many amazing women that are still in this life, and their regrets in marriage, and the regrets of things that they've done, leaving their marriage or not leaving it earlier. And all of that I'm going to be sharing with you. But I truly believe that we need a forum where we can actually talk about who designed marriage. What is marriage all about? I hear a lot of women talking about, you know, these are the Y2Ks, these are the, you know, the world is changing. The world is changing because we are allowing the change to happen so fast that we are not looking at the importance of what's needed to put together a very, very good marriage. Marriage can be amazing. Marriage was meant to be amazing. It wasn't meant to be a chaos. But when you're told the fairy tale of what marriage is or should be or could be, and you now get into the marriage and you find out that is nothing like what you were told, you're ready to run out. So in this group, you will be hearing, I know a lot of times I say the good, bad, and the ugly. But it's true, it's life, the good, bad, and the ugly. So that a lot of, you know, females can know whether they are made for marriage. Because a lot of them just feel they love the wedding day. It's not about the wedding day. The wedding day is just a day. You know what I'm saying? It's just a day. It's actually the marriage. Once that's successful, and what makes a marriage successful, that's between you and your spouse, and the communication that you guys have before, you know, stepping into the marriage and actually going forth with what you guys have spoken about that works for you. Everyone's marriage is not the same. Please know that. Everyone's marriage is not the same. Every marriage that you see is different, cultivated differently, different personalities. And I came to that terminology when I heard that if you look at our handprint, our fingerprint, no one has the same handprint or fingerprint. So that tells me that a lot of times nobody really have the same personality. Everyone is different in their own way. There may be more here, less there. You know, they have this personality traits called the sanguine, melancholy. Check on Google the personality traits. Some people have more here, less there. So it shows me that, you know, two people get married is two different personalities that came together and try to make it work. It worked for some. It worked for some. And it may not work for others. And sometimes it's okay. Don't beat yourself in the head because you tried marriage and it didn't work for you. It just didn't work. A lot of what our parents did not teach us is that it's not everybody that's meant to be married. You know, they take their daughters and, oh, one day she's going to get married. She's going to have children. My sons are going to get married. Not everybody is going to be married. Not everybody. And you need to be comfortable with that. If you're the type of person that you like things your own way, and you're so into getting things done, you know, getting things done, I have to do this, I have to do my degree, after my degree, you're not even thinking about children and marriage. That's not your priority. Then get comfortable in knowing that that's not your priority. Get comfortable in knowing that that's not what you're about. That's okay. Be an entrepreneur. Be a woman that when you speak, people listen because, you know, that's where your strength is in. Don't get it twisted that my mom and my dad, from when I was young, they said I have to be married and I have to, you know, and you're growing up and you're being pressured and you have to go to school, and after school you got to get married, and you get married and then you have to have children. All this pressure that's put on you. Let me tell you something. You came through your parents. You just came through them. You belong to God. Ask God exactly what is it that he has created you for? What has he made you for? What are you to do in this life? Because it may not be getting married and giving birth to children. It may be other things. It may just be other things. So that's on you to ask and to find out from God what he has created you for. I'm going to shift my Married Let's Talk a bit into speaking more to men than women, basically because a lot of what can I even call them? A lot of people are already catering to women, talking a lot to women, you know, helping women. I don't see too much forum of men being helped. I don't see too much forum of people, you know, really addressing men and letting men know who they are and what they have been made for and created to be and all of that. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. My daughter is very, very strong in her ways. And she learns from me things that she sees me doing. Do I now say, oh, well, when she grows older, I hope she gets married. But will I now say, you have to do this, do this, do... No. I'm not that parent. My thing is more of, I want you to walk in the light of what God has called you to do. You're a holy nation, a royal priesthood. You are an amazing daughter of the Most High God. This is your father. You know, I talk about her lineage. I talk to my children about who their grandfather on their father's side was, who my dad is. They see my mom, you know, who their grandmother, they see all of that. So the greatness, I talk to them about that and how they're meant to be great. Marriage don't make my children. But the daughter that I have, since she's been about 6, she's been saying that she's going to marry a Korean and she's going to, you know, so when you see a child like that, okay, then I already know what she wants. And I put it in prayer, the Lord God, you know what? Let your will continue to happen in her life. My sons, I talk to them now because I recognize and realize that we complain so much about these men, only to forget that we give birth to them. And I say that to say this. How are you grooming the next generation of men? If you're a woman, listen to this right now. How are you grooming the next generation of husbands, fathers, How are you, as a woman, grooming them? Because when we want to point the fingers to the man, we have to point the finger right back to ourselves. We gave birth to them. Are you teaching them how to be a good man? Are you training them what to do for women? Are you teaching them, how a man is to work? How a man is to either develop himself to be an entrepreneur, be a business owner, be a great doctor, if that's what he wants to be a great architect, but still have respect for women. I tell my sons every time that I get a chance, any woman you bring to me, that's it, done. Any woman you bring to me, you better know that's the woman I will know all my days. That's the woman I will know. Because do unto others that which you would want to be done unto you. Will I ever want to be married to a man, and only for me to find out that, oh, maybe because I didn't have children on time, his mother's conniving how she gonna bring another? Or I'm not working, so his mother is trying to see how she's gonna connect him with a woman who have a business, who have a job, who has money, who's making a whole lot more money. Or am I gonna, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So I'm not going to drag this video too long, but I just wanted you to know that I will be catering a lot to men, letting them know who they are, because I think many of them don't know who they are. I think many of them don't know how important they are in this generation and generation to come. I think many of them are not trained, not taught properly. And we sit down and we blame them for not knowing how to do what they've never been told to do, or what they've never been taught to do. The other day I was, I made bad jollof rice. The other day I was teaching my son, hey Palace, you want to eat jollof rice? Well, you're going to make it today. And he was excited. And it was good. And that is to teach him that. If wifey is working and she's not home, you're a bad cook yourself. You ain't too bad, You can throw down a little bit. I give them chores to know how to clean. I give them chores. Clean your room, clean this, clean that, yeah. So they'll know how to clean. What do you want of them? You have to start building in them. Train a child, not a man. Train a child. We wait till they become men, married to a woman, and that woman frustrated as heck because your son can't even scramble eggs. Your son cannot scramble eggs. So like I said, I'm not going to take too much of your time. Please, if you enjoy what we talk about on my channel, subscribe, like, press the bell so you can always get the new ones that come through. And thank you so much for watching me. I truly do appreciate it. And we're going to be getting better and better, and I'm going to be bringing you new information. If there's anything, topic that you would like for me to talk about, like I said, my email is Rasheeda, RASHEEDA, @marriedletstalk.com. Send me something, and there's still a lot for us to talk about. I was saying on some of the other videos, I'm going to talk about why my hair looked like this and what started that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I do truly appreciate you guys. Bye.
Holy water, cool my fever.